Hey guys, I'm going to start off by saying this is the most appropriate shirt I am wearing. Crazy lady. Yes, I am. Today, okay, first off, apologizing for how long it's been for posting a video. I meant to 3 weeks ago, but my husband and I were preparing to go on a road trip to go visit some family. So I waited to be on last minute, and next thing I know, we're in the car, we're going to, and it's like, ooh, I didn't do my video, and I had nothing with me to, well, I had my phone, but I didn't have my stuff, and as I went through and gathered for today's discussion, I am realizing I still don't have my supplies, okay? I'll explain this in a second. Where was I? I was going to explain. I have several videos done. I finished the Spider-Man dress that I made out of a bed sheet. It's done. I just got to put the video together, and so bear with me. This video that you're seeing and a couple of the last few that I have done, I refer to them as being raw, because there is absolutely no editing in this. What you see is what you get. If I don't come back to something, if I start on something and I don't come back, I'm going to apologize now. It'll probably come up in another video somewhere. Okay, because this is like take 5, all right? I have to keep stopping and starting over, so I'm going to do my best to stay focused and on topic. If you are new here, I kind of wanted to teach how to do different crafts, and I do other things. I have paints, I have paper, I have rubber stamps, I have ornaments, feathers. Oh my word, I have stuff to make. The masquerade mask. I've got a lot of stuff. It's just honing in on one or the other. Right now it's mostly sewing, but I had learned a ways back that I do overthink things, and that's usually why I drag my feet, is because I'm making the project harder than what it needs to be, and that's just how my brain works. So I want to share with you what had started the thought process. Okay, it's very rare that I can explain the thought process. So I make I have very few, but I have some adult pirate jackets. They are made out of cotton, and it's just like the basic shape, and I do them in various colors, and then it's so that you can then take it and add your vision to it. If it's fabric paint, if it's embroidery, if there's things you want to embellish it with, you can make it your own. But when they're hanging on the hangers, so a lot of you know I set up at marketplaces. I have a couple that I go out, I set up my tent, my tables, and I put the stuff I've made out. I've had the stuff hanging on hangers. I have something at my foot, but it's on the hanger, but everything's on the hanger, and that's skipping ahead. We got an order to do this, okay? So having the jackets hanging on just a regular hanger, it's caused a little ridge in the hanger. But the thing is, I have it on the hanger at the event. I bring it home. It's hanging up. It hangs in my closet. It hangs in the car. It's always hanging on the hanger, so it has made an indent. It's like if you have your sweaters. Apparently, you're not supposed to hang sweaters. Didn't know that. Fold them. Otherwise, you get the deformed shoulders. So I had this brilliant idea, and I was telling my friend about it over the phone. And I really hope that you have a friend like mine in your life that at times, not all the time, she does not simplify my life all the time, but she did this time. and I hope you have somebody like that that's like listening to what you're saying and be like, hey, wouldn't this be easier? Well, yeah, but I really wanted to make. So what happened is I have this dress form and I have another one. And this is a regular small size. The other one is deluxe. I'm in between these two sizes. This one is too small for me, but she's too big. So, but what I was thinking of doing is I need, for the jackets, they need the curved shoulders. And those hangers tend to be a little bit more expensive. So I was like, I don't want to spend the money on that. So my brilliant mind, okay, this was what I was going to do. I was going to put, not on this one, it was going to be probably the bigger one, but I was going to put saran wrap around the shoulder and neck part, and then I was going to paper mache the shoulders. And then of course we know, anybody who's done paper mache, that's going to take some time to dry. And let me tell you something, those newspapers, the Saturday paper, is expensive. $4.50. I bought like 5. I think it cost me almost $20. And they're only this big. I was like, excuse me? Wow. So those papers are set off to the side. They will get used, and I will use all of it. All $20 worth of my newspaper. Oh my word. So let the paper mache dry, then I could take it and cover it in felt and then put it on the hanger, and then voila, I have shoulders, it's curved out, my jackets, no more problem. And my friend, one simple word, well, I guess 2, pool noodles. This is a pool noodle. This is all I have left. I had like 6 of them. This is all that's left. And I have learned some amazing things you can do with pool noodles. They are not just for pools anymore. Now, before we get too far ahead, those of you that live with family members, your parents, whomever you share a dwelling with, okay, if they have pool noodles laying around and you're like, oh my gosh, we haven't used those in years, I want you to still go get permission before you start tearing stuff up, okay? That's what I forgot. Okay, I originally bought a bunch of these for the sole purpose of doing the candles. I wanted to do the different stacked candles. You paint it all black or whatever. You use your glue gun to do the drippy wax, and then you put the electric tea lights on top. I was like, I want to do that so bad. But that's moved to the back burner because I found other uses for this. If you use the electric tea lights, maybe cut a spot for them to set in, but I would not glue them in because the on-off switch is on the bottom. Keep that in mind. This is why I'm here, okay, to save you from that headache, because you'd go ahead, you'd glue it in there, and then you'd be like, oh, how do I reach in there to turn it on up here and not flip things? Just make it so it sets in there, okay? You don't need to glue it in. Something else that I discovered with pool noodles, if you just cut them down, if you have tall boots, these are great. I no longer have them in my boots. I have confiscated them and used them for other things. They're all on hangers right now. So what I did, and I will show you here what I did. This is one I've been working on. She is not done. I have her buttons right here. I'm short 3 buttons, and Joann's closed down. I have been online. I can find something similar. or I can buy it's only sold in 2s. I need 3. Okay, I didn't do my math right. So what I did, this is what my friend had suggested. And some of the others, I actually cut it the length of the hanger using the bottom. That's how I measured it, and then I cut it. I sliced it. I sliced it down the center. And then the others, I did use something, and I poked a hole straight through, so it went over my hanger, and then it just hangs on here. Now I've been using this for other, not this, the pool noodles. Okay, so when I have garment racks to hang up, and some of my stuff, my aprons and some of the other things I make, but I have a children's and I have an adult's. But for well, even now, trying to divide them up, if you cut this into 1-inch sections and then split it, I pop it right over my rack, I have no problem. It's divided now. I can keep things separated. They're not labeled. That's coming next. But right now, they're at least, I can divide things up. I learned that from another vendor. I saw how she had stuff hung up, and I was like, that's a great idea. I never would have thought of using the pool noodles. And the pool noodles, oh my, they are so versatile. So let me show you what else. So this was, and just saying that this is the female style pirate jacket. And it's, the sleeves are slit. There's the nice little slit up the back. I do have one I did for myself. I used some elastic, and then I covered it up with bias tape. So it blends. This was a tablecloth. This is the second one. I have a pink one. It's in a box. But, yeah, the buttons. I'm just working on the buttons. But, yeah, so that's the female style. All right, you can go back. Right down there. I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. So, the couple of different things, put it in your boots, put it on a hanger for your shirt. I mean, if you want to use it for your sweaters and stuff, there you go. Now you got them on. Just cut down the piece that you need. Now, sitting on my phone, cutting these, I don't use just any knife. So when Joann's was around, my husband and I, we had bought some foam. We had bought some thick foam. My husband, we were going to cover it. So there was things that were going to be done with it and have yet to be done with. But my husband is big into RC cars. And I would say he has some that are kind of big, but the ones that he has on a shelf are about yay big. And he was hearing somewhere, when you have them sitting on the shelf, especially if they have, oh goodness, I really wish he was here so he could help me explain this. The tires. There is air. If you leave them sitting for too long, it can kind of warp the tires. So it was suggested on one of the forums that he goes into about RC cars that they have like a block of wood, or they would have a block of foam and set the vehicle on top of that so the wheels aren't touching the ground. And so that's why we had gone to buy the foam. When we bought the foam, you know, it's on this huge roll. The gentleman that went to cut it for us, he used an electric carving knife, what you would use to carve up your turkey or your ham, whatever, but you need that serrated blade. It does not have to be electric. I bought this one, is just for my craft room. This one has never been in the kitchen. I keep it in a drawer. That way, because I know me, I'm going to hurt myself at some point. So, my serrated knife, I use this. I do leave the little tip on when I can. So, just so you know, these ick. It's like slicing butter. Then, when I did the other ones, I left the tip on and I just slid it through. Otherwise, you can easily slice through the whole thing. If you're going to do this, if you are a young person, I'm going to say 13 and younger, go get an adult, let them help you. Don't just run into the kitchen and get the serrated knife and start hacking up the family pool noodles, okay? Get permission. But these are great for cutting through your thick foams and everything. And then, yeah, when I'm done, it goes right back in there. But things are impatient. They want to be shown. This is a tension rod. This is something you would use. This is something you would use in your shower, inside a window. If I didn't have the blinds there, you could put this inside there. When my son and his wife, when they were, I don't know that they were so much planning their wedding or if it was other family members, but there was one, she was in charge of like decorations and everything, but she was going off of what they were wanting, but she was the one searching for the ideas and everything. So she is like me, she is very crafty, and oh my gosh, I love her. So they were showing taking the pool noodles, you could take a rod like this, or if you have, well, actually on the table, they were using 2 pool noodles and they would zip tie them together. And they would put, before zip tying, it depends on what your display, like, okay, say you're doing something on a table. You're going to have this, and we'll say that's the other pool noodle. If you had something in between, a cup, glasses that you're going to put, you know, your votives or whatever, your candles inside of, and then you zip tie them together with this stuff already in between. Then you go through and you take your fake flora and stick it in the pool noodle. Ta-da! There is your table decor. How cool is that? I never would have thought of doing that. Then I go, okay, between Facebook and TikTok and Pinterest, maybe it's a good thing I don't have a house, because I would have so many boxes. Right now, limited living quarters in an apartment is what is keeping me kind of tame, keeping me, you know. Anyways, words are hard today. Words are always hard. So, but another gal, what she did was she took the tension rod and she stuck it in between a door frame, or in, you know, just above a hallway or something. And it's really a good thing I don't have a lot. There's only like 2 spaces right now that I could do this, and I so want to do it. But it would be year round, so I gotta think of something that I want. But she took this, put it in the door frame, because it does, you just, oh, I'm twisting things off. There it is. You twist it to extend it, and then twist it back once you get it where you want it, right? And these are extras. I was using these at my events and then ended up not really needing it. Okay. Then she took the full pool noodle, or whatever length, she cut it to fit if she needed to. And oh, that's what I was going to show. You can just cut this one. Ah! Oh, see, the tip, that came off anyways. There we go. And I mean, I probably didn't need as big of a knife, but that was the only one I could find. So, you slid it down, fold it over. Oh, come on, work for me. There we go. Okay, it's being stubborn. And I mean, it does leave a gap, but if this is where the top of your stuff is, it's not gonna matter. Nobody's gonna see it. And once you stick floral, your fake flowers and stuff in there, ta-da! And then you hang it up. And I'm thinking, ooh, I could have stuff dangle down. I'm sure my husband would really appreciate that. But yeah, I've got an archway over here, and I got a couple of spots. There's one spot, it's too big. So instead of, some of the apartments around here have a balcony. Ours does not. We got the solarium. And it sounds so fancy. I have a solarium. But I would love to decorate it to look like it's actually a porch. You know, open the windows, open the windows. Let in a nice cool breeze in the fall. So, but this is what I was wanting to show you guys. It went from something being so complicated to my friend saying just cut a pool noodle and put it on a hanger. That's ingenious. I got mine at Walmart. Okay, these I got at Dollar Tree a long time ago, but I got some other ones, the pink that I got. So this one, when I bought it from Dollar Tree, it was actually a Dollar Tree. Okay, but the ones I got at Walmart, these little, okay, when I say the little ones, I mean this diameter, the tiny ones, not the tiny. This has been cut down, and I don't have any more. I'm going to have to go buy more. The people, when I go shopping, they must think like, oh my gosh, she does so many parties. You know, she's always at the pool, because I have so many pool noodles. Because I don't buy just one. I buy 3 to 5 at a time. Walmart has them 97 cents, starting with the little ones. Okay, just putting that out there. But yeah, when I started seeing people use these to put floral arrangements in, it gets the gears going. It gets the gears going. I'm sorry, I'm hot, my hair's sticking to me. It's not because of the heat, just because of its length, and it's like always being covered in spider webs. So anyways, that's that. That was all I wanted to go over. I do have more videos coming as soon as I figure out the editing program. That is on the top of my to-do list as soon as my husband gets home. Not like walks in the door and be like, hey, I need help. It's just one of those, hey, could you show me how to get into the program, and we'll go from there. So hopefully I'll have some, there will be more. Once I get it figured out, you'll know, because there's going to be at least once a week videos. I have enough. I could do that. I really could. So, but I hope this gives you guys some ideas. And also, I just want to put this out for safety's sake. 4th of July is next weekend. Please do not stick sparklers in this. Okay, that's just, it's a fire hazard. You are asking for trouble. Okay, I'm just putting it out there as a disclaimer. Do not put sparklers in here. Just don't, because somebody will be tempted to light them, and do not trust this around a flame. Okay, people are already going to have crazy ideas just because it's the 250th anniversary birthday. I guess it's anniversary. That works too. Yeah, so please be safe. If something doesn't, it's like, maybe we shouldn't do this. Just don't, okay? Listen to that tiny voice that is telling you, let's rethink this. Either that, or you take some steps back. If somebody's insisting on doing something crazy like that, you just take a few steps back. You know, maybe have your phone handy in case you need to call anybody for assistance. I hope not. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope that this gives you some new ideas as far as what else you can do for pool noodles with pool noodles, not for them. Yeah, Jen's hungry. Jen's gonna take a break and go eat. So until next time, you guys keep on crafting.